Hi, I'm Sue and I work for the Brentwood School's Christian Worker Trust. Now today's story is all about a boy who gets an amazing present.
Hi, this is Anthea. I've got another exciting story for you today. You can find it at the very beginning of your Bibles in the book of Genesis, chapter 37. And it is all about a young lad who is called Joseph. Once there was a man called Jacob who lived with his family in the land of Canaan. They were shepherds and used to look after their sheep on the hillsides around where they lived. He had 12 sons, but it was his younger son, Joseph, whom he loved the most, because he was the son of his old age, and his mother Rachel had sadly died when his youngest brother Benjamin had been born. When this story happened, he was 17 years old, and every day he and his brothers used to go out to look after the sheep in the hillside. But when Joseph came home at night, he used to tell on his brothers and give a bad report about them to their father. Of course, this made his brothers angry with him and dislike him a great deal. But he didn't care. He still did it anyway. One day, Jacob gave Joseph a beautiful coat woven out of many colours. It was very smart and showed just how much Jacob loved his son. This made his brothers even more jealous of Joseph, and they refused to speak to him any more. One night, after Joseph had gone to bed and was fast asleep, God gave Joseph a dream. In his dream, Joseph and all his brothers were gathering corn into sheaves for the harvest, when suddenly Joseph's sheaf stood bolt upright and all the others started to bow down to it. It was very strange. But the next morning, when Joseph tried to explain to his brothers all about his dream, they refused to listen to him. They protested that they would definitely not be bound down to him, nor would they have him to reign over them. Who did he think he was? On another night, God gave Joseph a second dream after he had gone to sleep. This time, in his dream, there was the sun and the moon and 11 stars all bowing down to his star. It was amazing. And when he told that dream to his family in the morning, even his father became angry and exclaimed, "Do you think your mother and I and all your brothers are going to come and bow down to you? Is that what you really think, Joseph?" And of course his brothers were full of envy and jealousy, but Jacob kept on thinking and pondering about what these dreams could possibly mean. He did wonder if God was telling them about something that was going to happen in their future. The next day, the brothers were supposed to be going to Shechem in the valley of Hebron to feed their father's sheep, but instead they decided to go up to Dothan. Jacob was worried about them and sent Joseph to investigate how they were doing and whether they were all right. He wanted him to come back and tell him how they were getting on. Joseph could not find his brothers and was wandering in a field when a man asked him, "What are you looking for?" "I'm looking for my brothers who are supposed to be looking after my father's sheep," said Joseph. "Do you know where they are? Have you seen them at all?" "Oh yes, I've seen them, and I overheard them saying that they were going up to Dothan. You'll probably find them there. It's quite a long way, though." So Joseph went on up to Dothan. His brothers saw him coming a long way off and knew it was Joseph. They could see his multicoloured coat in the distance, and they started to make a nasty plan between themselves to kill him. They said, "Look, here comes the dreamer. Let's see if we can stop his plans. We're not going to bow down to him, whatever he thinks. Let's kill him and throw him into a pit, and then we can say that some wild beast has caught him." "No," said Reuben, the eldest of all the brothers. "We are not going to kill him. That is what we are not going to do. Let's just put him in this dry pit." He was actually hoping to rescue him and return him to his father safely later on. At least he respected his father and his family. So, as Joseph arrived, they roughly caught hold of him and stripped him of his special coat, and then they threw him into a pit. Mercifully, it was dry with no water in it. But it was such a shock to poor Joseph. He didn't know what was happening to him, and how was he ever going to get out of this pit? He shouted out, but no one came. No one heard him. He thought he was all alone now, with no one to help him. He felt abandoned and lost and very confused. He didn't understand that God had a special plan for him. I'm afraid that's all for the moment, but we shall continue this story next time about Joseph and find out God's purposes for him and whether his dreams come true.
I wonder how Joseph felt when he was given that wonderful coat. I wonder how his brothers felt. Have you ever felt really proud of something you've been given? Have you ever felt jealous that someone else has got something you'd like? I hope you've enjoyed the story today. See you next time.